Hi, fans of high-quality entertainment. I'm doing a video on the Beatles' top 10 worst songs, just my personal choices as always. You might have, a different opinion on some of their worst songs. And, I was looking for a picture to incorporate into this video of the Beatles. And this is one of the first ones that came up. And thinking back to 1964, I'm pretty sure that picture is probably the very first picture I ever saw of the Beatles with their long hair. It's funny how, I guess back in 1964, that was long hair for guys. But, when you see it now, it's short hair. It's like mine. And, so I always kind of loved that pose. Paul smoking a cigarette, tisk, tisk, tisk. So anyway, the original Beatles top 10 worst songs list that I did was 8 years ago, and it's here. And I don't have the audio on, but as you can see, it had over 100,000 views, which is pretty good. A lot of people didn't like my opinion, though. It had over 1,000 likes and 745 dislikes. Yeah, I've aged a few years in 8 years, but I guess that happens. So anyway, let's get to it. So, like I said, you're not going to agree with me on some or even all of my choices, but everybody has an opinion on what are the Beatles' worst songs. And by the way, the Beatles are and they always will be, my all-time favorite band. Mr. Moonlight. I know, I sound just like John Lennon. Okay, so Mr. Moonlight is my 10th worst Beatles song. I think John's vocals are, as always, just excellent. Love his vocals on the song. It's just the music, the really, really, really cheesy organ solo, especially. And I know, and once again, somebody's going to say, that's not a Beatles song, it's a cover song. It's a Beatles song for me. It's on a Beatles record. It's one of the Beatles songs on an album. So don't tell me it's not a Beatles song. Don't get me going. So yeah, number 10, Mr. Moonlight. And also, by the way, once I've gone through the whole top 10 list, let me know your 10 worst Beatles songs, if you have any. Right? Number nine. Blue Jay Way. It's got to be my least favorite George Harrison song. It just drags on and on, especially the ending of it. Please don't be long. Please don't you be very long. And it goes on and on for another eternity. Yeah, so that's from Magical Mystery Tour. I know some people would choose maybe Flying from Magical Mystery Tour, but I love that. I love that. It's mainly an instrumental with, la la la's in it, but yeah. Blue Jay Way, number 9. Number 8. You have to include a Ringo song or two in our top 10 worst Beatles songs. By the way, I really do love his new country songs, so looking forward to his country album. But don't pass me by. I like country music, like old country music, because I grew up with my dad's records. But this just, once again, it's just, I don't know. It just doesn't suit the Beatles. It shouldn't be on a Beatles album. Ringo sings it okay, but it's just, once again, it's just boring, so don't pass me by at number 8. Number 7 from Rubber Soul, You Won't See Me. Once again, it's not compared to some other worst songs, it's not a terrible song, but it's just, it overstays its welcome. It's over 3 minutes long, which, back in 1965, it wasn't common for a Beatles song to go over 3 minutes. And yeah, once again, it just doesn't really seem to go anywhere. It's just not one of my favorites. But there's worse Beatles songs. Yeah. Hey Jude, I know a lot of Beatles fans love this, but it does have its detractors, including me. The first half of the song is really good. I do like it. I like Paul's vocals. But then once again, like 4 minutes of la, 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 and Paul screaming and yelling and burping. So yeah, that's one of my least favorite Beatles songs. Number 5. I did this list yesterday, so I don't even actually remember what's coming up until I see it. Yeah, Tomorrow Never Knows. I know some people think it's one of the Beatles' greatest songs, but it's just, it was a weird way to end such a great album by the Beatles, Revolver. And, I've been hearing it for over 50 years, and I've just never liked it. I find it really annoying, and all those, like those seagull kind of special effects. And I didn't like the remix either by Giles Martin. And then, the way John's vocals, the effect on John's vocals are, when he's such a great singer, right? And you put that kind of stupid effect on a song. So that's number 5. Number 4. Yes, I'm going to get a lot of flack because I know there's many, many, many millions of George Harrison fans. But something is just so, there's nothing wrong with a love song. But this song just never, I just never liked it. And I think it's really cheesy. Sometimes they say Paul wrote some really cheesy, like granny music, but I consider this almost on the same level as some of Paul McCartney's granny songs, which I do really like a lot for the most part. So, and yeah, like something like Maxwell's Silver Hammer isn't on this list because I love the song. But I know it would be on a lot of other people's top 10 worst Beatles songs. Number 3. Yep, another John song. I remember when this came out, and I couldn't believe it was the Beatles. And so once again, being a young kid, I thought it was really weird and bad. It's not so much weird now, after hearing so many songs throughout the years, but I just don't like the song. It's, I don't know what else to say. It's just one of the worst Beatles songs for me, even though, John's vocals are kind of good in it. But also you can tell that they were fiddling with the speed, so it sounds really off. So, yeah. Number 2. Yep, Get Back. It was interesting to watch the Get Back, the Disney documentary on Let It Be, and to watch Paul actually start making up the song right in front of George and Ringo. But I don't like the song. I used to buy the all the Beatles singles when I was a kid, and when this one came out, Get Back, it's like, yeah, I hated it like right away, and I still hate it today. Just, I don't know what it is, but I hate it. And number one, yeah, I know what number one is. Yeah, A Day in the Life. I know many Beatles fans think it's the greatest song in the world. I don't know. They must have different hearing than I do, because it's so chaotic, I guess is the word, with that stupid orchestra, which I find, I listen to music with headphones, and that when the orchestra is building and building and building, and I find it actually annoying. It's hard to listen to. I do like that little middle section of Paul's "Woke Up, Fell Out of Bed," but the rest of the song is bad as far as I'm concerned. And so that is my top 10 worst Beatles songs. I would love your thoughts in the comments section below. And please remember to like the video, please. I'll need it. And also make sure you're subscribed to both of my channels, and check out my Patreon radio show and my Patreon song requests. Have a great day. Bye. Hey there. I know that some people, turn off the video before this is done because they're angry. So this is just another one of my joke videos. I love each and every one of these songs, even Mr. Moonlight. Although that cheesy organ is cheesy. But yeah, and a Day in the Life is my all-time favorite song, along with Tomorrow Never Knows and Strawberry Fields Forever. I love Hey Jude. I don't think it's too long. I love, the last 3-4 minutes of the La La La's with Paul's great vocals. So yeah, that's it. There were a couple of times I almost couldn't be serious, but my great acting skills, I hope I impressed some people. Yeah, the Beatles are the best. Really, there's some Beatles songs I prefer more than others, but I don't hate or dislike any Beatles songs. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Again, bye.